Hello, my name is Simo. In this video, we are exploring how you can track KPIs or key performance indicators or other business or personal life metrics in Notion or any other similar tool in a simple way that is effective and to the point, and that is, of course, expandable by its very nature because it is built in a tool such as Notion, Coda, Airtable, or also in a spreadsheet if you prefer. But the data in this case is centralized, scalable, just two databases related with each other, and then you can think about how to see a history log of all the trackings for all the KPIs, visualize data in a chart, and see patterns, while keeping the user experience very simple by allowing everyone to track KPIs just with a click of a button. Let's get into it. KPIs stand for Key Performance Indicators, and they are metrics that are very often discussed within the management of companies because you can manage only what you measure. So we can track KPIs and other metrics in Notion, and here is a way to do it. For example, you can see here we have a KPIs database. There are some metrics that we want to track divided into areas of interest. And so if I open the financial category, I will see these 4 metrics in here, or KPIs. Each card is expandable, so I can click on it. For example, revenue growth rate. Let's say I want to track this on a monthly basis. And in here, I can expand the page of the metric. I can see that it is a financial metric. We measure it by percentage. That's what we track. There are other metrics that are currency based, so dollars of revenue, for example, per month, or other metrics. And some metrics are number based, so they're not a percentage. They're not a currency, just a plain number that you want to track. For example, the Net Promoter Score. And here there is a button that allows me to add a new tracking. Then there are some properties that explain to me how to calculate this metric, where to find it, an example, and then sources, where here I can quickly link to the tools that I need to calculate this metric for the period that I'm looking at. So if I click track in here, this will create a new tracking, automatically populated with today's date and the name of the KPI, so that it's easily findable in the future as well. If I want, I can change the date. Let's say this is for today, so for the month of June, I want to track this KPI here. The measure type is a percentage. The current value is, let's say, 25. And the target value, which I could put here, for this month, let's assume we want it to be greater or equal to 30, and the current value is actually 25, so we are a bit below the target value for the month. I can also add some comments in here to explain what's going on or anything worth noting. Once I close that pop-up menu, I will then see the tracking on the KPI page in here. I can see there are 2 because I already added one before making this video, so that's not a good example. But let's assume this one was for May. So if I change the date, then the date on the name automatically changes as well, because there is an automation that does that, so I don't need to write this long name every time. And in here, I can then see a breakdown of all the trackings done for this KPI by month. So on the x-axis, there are all the months. In this case, there are 2 trackings, so we only see May and June. And on the y-axis, there is the average of the current value for each tracking done. In this example, I can see May it was 12, and June it was 25. If I hover over that value, I can click to view the specific data that this refers to. And that's the page in the database. So this is a quick way to look at the status of all the KPIs. Now I will open a KPI that has more trackings just to show you what it looks like. For example, this one has 4 trackings over 4 different months, although the trackings can also be done weekly, quarterly, whatever the frequency of a metric is. And then there is the view by month here, where you can see every month has the specific number that was tracked. I can also add multiple trackings per month. So this is a easy and pretty streamlined way to track and manage KPIs or any other metric in Notion. And this is composed of 2 databases, the KPIs database and the KPI trackings database. You can see that KPIs tracking contains all the specific trackings for each KPI with a date, the related KPI, and this information is automatically populated via the button that I clicked before to show you how to track a KPI. And then I can enter the target value and the current value and the comments manually, whereas all the rest can be automatically populated upon the creation of that data. So in the KPIs database, if I look at how the button is set up, I can edit the property, edit the automation, and the automation adds a page to the KPIs tracking database. It automatically relates the KPI dynamically based on the current page. It populates today's date, and it populates the name by appending the KPI name to today's date. And then it opens the page so that the user can enter the target and the current values of those trackings. We can add additional layers to this. For example, let's say a traffic light system to see whether the current value is aligned with the target value or not. We could add an average over time of the trackings at the KPI level based on all the trackings by using a roll-up or a formula property. And we can think about any other use cases for KPIs, for aggregation of data, or for tracking things separately. So you can see how the system is customizable by its very nature of building it in a tool like Notion or Coda or Airtable. Although I do find that keeping it simple, especially if it is a new system, can be a great catalyst for actual adoption, especially if you work with other people that may not be as interested as you in tracking these numbers. You can of course also build this in a simple Google Sheets or other spreadsheet-based tools that works just fine. The advantage of having it like so is that you just have two databases. You centralize the data, and then over time, when you get all the trackings, all the KPIs, you have a history log of all the trackings. You can manipulate that data easily. You can export data easily from the databases to import in any other tool in case you switch in the future, because the data is centralized and it is managed via properties that are essentially columns in an exportable CSV that you can export from Notion, from any database on the three-dot menu, and then export, and then Markdown and CSV. So that's the use case that I wanted to show today. I believe this is a very common use case, especially for businesses that are more established or that are thinking about growing or of increasing their value and their operational capabilities internally. If you have any thoughts about this, please do let me know, or any questions. I will leave the template in the description of the video, and I plan to elaborate on this template a bit more to make it a bit of a framework that I like to use often with my clients and that I think can be useful especially for business owners thinking about scaling or operationalizing the business or achieving more freedom by measuring things and then acting on the specific areas that need action by looking at the big picture, and also being able to get in the mud, so to speak, when needed to actually make things happen. That's it for now. See you soon, and thanks for watching.